Stay next to the plate.
You remember we talked about this a couple of times. We were hoping that it would grow back after I got rid of those harlequin bugs. Obviously, I didn't get rid of them. And you see how much worse it's getting. And even, look at it. I don't know if you saw the white fly. Then I just dropped the cabbage moth that was laying up there having dinner. So I can't save this. The infestation has gone over to I'm looking at harlequin bugs. Infestation has gone over to my Brussels sprouts. So I'm going to be concentrated on saving them. So these are diseased. I will not compost these. These are going to be thrown in the garbage. So you're just going to see me pulling these. And then what I'm doing, I'm pulling them because I'm making way for, I could do two things. I could do cover crops, which are going to be peas for me, because that replenishes the nitrogens and puts the nitrogen back in balance. Or I could do some succession planting, because now is a good time for, look at that, how it's turned gooey inside the stem. Do not compost diseased material. Do not compost diseased material. I'm looking at harlequins all on the ground here. White flies in abundance. Yep, I'm taking away your food. Shovel time. Harlequins, look at them. They're running. Got them all over. All right, this is counterintuitive. I'm a no-gig gardener who's about to dig. We could talk about it on the blog. Cutting it up, Michael, Facebook group. Join us. We'll have discussion. And I'll explain right now why I'm getting ready to dig. But I bet you've already figured it out. I'm looking to see, because these stay over winter underneath the ground here, and then they come back out. You know, we can't put broccoli, cauliflower, none of them things in that family, brassica family, in here. We have to put another plant in here next year. I'm going to do beans. The inner leaves are getting eaten. They started trying to come back. I don't know if you can see this. Look at that. I got Brussels sprouts starting. I do not want that destroyed. Those are going to be tasty little sprouts if we can save them.
Hey, today's recipe, let's make some pancakes. I want to issue a challenge. Can you get rid of the box mix? Take the box mix, go throw it in the garbage right now. No more pre-pancake mix with all those other ingredients that you don't need and can't even pronounce. Go to your cabinet, put it in the garbage now. The ingredients you need to make everyday pancakes from scratch: flour, sugar, instant pudding mix, vanilla extract, real vanilla, milk, salt, baking powder, and oil. Do not use olive oil. use canola, vegetable oil, and eggs. Let's begin by mixing all the dry ingredients. Got your flour, you got sugar. Let's add some salt. Instant pudding mix. And then we'll whisk it to evenly distribute it. Yes, salt for the pancakes, yes. Salt brings out the flavor. Now let's do the wet ingredients. I want to separate the egg yolks from the egg whites. I'm using a spurtle to let the egg whites fall through. And as you see, I intentionally left this part in because sometimes it just doesn't work out. You see, I dropped that egg yolk in there, but I'm going to take it out with the spurtle and put it over into the dry mix. Let's do the second egg. See, complete catastrophe. But it's not really a catastrophe. You can see I didn't leave the egg yolk whole. I broke it apart. So let's get as much out as we can. And we're still going to whip whatever is left there. Because we're not making a chiffon cake, we're making pancakes. We'll make this easy. There I am whisking the egg whites. And we're only going to go until we get to a frothy consistence. It doesn't have to have stiff peaks at all. Oil, vanilla. Now let's add the milk. Don't overmix your pancake batter. A few lumps is okay. Trust me. But just make sure all the ingredients are incorporated. If it's too dry after you've mixed everything, add a little more milk. You can find the exact measurements on cuttingitup.me website. Okay, now that that's all incorporated and mixed well, let's just whip the egg whites one last time before we fold them in. The reason we're whipping the egg white is that it also acts as a leaven. It helps the pancakes to rise along with the baking powder. That's just take the whisk. You ain't got to be this delicate. Just don't want to knock the air that we just put in the egg whites out by beating it. So you see me how I am folding it with the whisk, not mixing and whisking it, folding it in. Once you don't see any white streaks, you're done folding them in. Now, this is the key part. I know you'll be tempted to want to go ahead on and start cooking them. Let it rest. Let that batter rest in the refrigerator for 10 minutes. In the meantime, you can be heating up your griddle or your skillet or whatever you're using to cook the pancakes. Once it gets hot, let's take some oil and put on the surface of what you're cooking the pancakes on. Take a paper towel and spread it out evenly, and don't throw that paper towel away, because I'm going to show you where you're going to use it later on so you can get a beautiful color on your pancakes in every batch that you cook. Let's take a 1/3 cup measure and pour out enough batter for each individual pancake. My griddle only leaves me room for 2 for the size pancakes that I make with the 1/3 cup. Once you start seeing the batter bubble and you see the edges all around the pancake begin to get darker and begin to firm up, that's when you flip your pancake. Alright, now I'm happy with that color. Remember, no box mix. We're going to play you some music while I'm letting these cook. You see, while I was saying don't throw the paper towel away, you saw me just spread more oil from that paper towel before you do the next batch. Do that in between each batch so that you can get the even coloring on the pancake. But as I was telling you, at this point, if you want blueberry pancakes, if you want banana pancakes, you can add those ingredients in right there. I did a stack of 4 because they go at this house. Right now I'm just decorating the plate with some watermelon, some honeydew, and some cantaloupe, just for the flavor and for the beauty of it. And then I I'm going to use maple syrup. I like maple syrup, whatever syrup you like. If you like Nutella, do Nutella. If you like chocolate syrup, do chocolate syrup. If you like raspberry syrup, whatever is your preference, that's what you use. I think I'm going to stop and I'm going to go eat. See you next time.